Hello, our beautiful souls. You've reached Leanne and Elizabeth here with World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. If you are new to this channel is your new home for the twin flame connection, my loves. We know this journey is super crazy, and it's so crazy, my love. We balance this daily. We balance our permanent relating experiences with our twin flames daily. They are permanently in our lives. We've gone through the dark night, we've gone through the separation, and they are permanently in our space. But before we got here, we went through a lot of cray stuff. And so when we hear all the cray things that's happening, we guide you through it. We show you how to get to this space because it's totally normal. What you're experiencing is totally normal. Even though it might seem crazy, this journey is literally the opposite of what we were doing. So welcome to our channel, my love. If you found this, it means you were ready for this truth and your soul led you here. To get this far in your journey, it means you're so ready to balance your twin flame connection. This journey has a lot of obsessive energy, a lot of addictive energy. And to be able to get to this place now, balance, I say this so confidently because the energy me and Elizabeth emulate when we make these videos for you guys require that union balanced energy. And so for you to receive this, it means that you are raising your level of consciousness and you are absolutely in a place where you can also balance your twin flame connection because you're no longer in the place of push. You're no longer in a place of seeing your person separate. And you're ready to recognize what this journey is really all about, which is all about you, my love. So the question that we have today is amazing. Let's go ahead and get started, love. And it's all about shifting into union, recognizing how your communication, shifting into union, and the way you used to perceive your twin flame has shifted. And what is that? Go ahead, love.
Is it normal to have fleeting moments of not wanting to talk to our person? We are in communication fairly consistently, but live at a distance. And every once in a while, I get a fleeting feeling of just not wanting to answer the phone, like a feeling of just meh, don't want to. It seems to be quick, and most likely the next time he calls or texts, I will answer. But notice I have this feeling once in a while. It almost is a feeling like I'm just over it.
Yeah, I think that's very common. I think that's actually soul. I know it's weird to hear this, but soul doesn't give an F. And so the old me that cared a lot about talking to my person, hearing from my person, being with my person, that was mine. I've already told you guys this, me and Elizabeth. Mine doesn't have the same energy as soul, right? So soul doesn't give an F. Soul doesn't give an F about anything. It actually just is. And so when you get the calls, when you get the messages, you don't need it. You don't need it. You are it. And guess what's even cooler? You keep getting them because you are being. And so when you stop worrying about your person, having these conversations, talking to them, you stop identifying with mind regarding your person. And that's like that shift. You know, we talk about separation phase 1 and separation phase 2 with you guys. And if you guys look at it in the community post in our YouTube, the shift that happens internally when you go from separation phase 1 to separation phase 2 is that the shift has now focused on you, and you stop worrying about what your person's doing, thinking, and feeling. And so when you decide, I don't want to pick up, that's you gauging your energy, like feeling into how you feel. You're no longer stuck in the romanticism. You're no longer putting your person in a pedestal. Again, you're neutralizing your energy. And when you look at the scale of consciousness, my love, you've actually raised your level of consciousness regarding your person, because majority of people, they get stuck in desire, they get stuck in anger, they get stuck in fear, they get stuck in mind regarding their person. When you shift and get to this place where you're like, meh, Soul doesn't have any preference. Soul doesn't have any expectations. Soul just is. Soul doesn't have recordings. Soul doesn't have preferences over one or another. It is being in every moment, experiencing every moment, and it doesn't put your person priority over you because you're priority. And then when you do that, your person makes you priority. That's why you're getting the calls. That's why you're getting the messages. So this is actually you shifting. You're neutralizing the energy. The energy of meh is a really hard energy for people to emulate in this journey because meh is soul. It is being. It is being the observer, not having a preference of what is. There's this state of meh that isn't good or bad. It just is. It's like isness. And your person, whether they're talking to you, they're messaging you, or next to you, it just is. And that's really where people stay in our space when we're not putting them in such a high priority where we make all the focus on them, because that's all the mind ever did. And that's you shifting, my love. So it's okay. Don't judge it. It's hilarious because we've been so stuck in making it all about them. And now the mind's kind of confused, like, what? Why do I not care as much about getting contacted? Why do I not care as much? The more and more you don't care about it, the more and more you'll get it. I know, the journey's cray. That's that want nothing, have everything, my love. Welcome to this crazy, beautiful journey where you become everything and you stop needing and wanting and you receive it because you are it. Go ahead, my love.
It's sort of funny to sort of just expand on this meh feeling. I think once I started balancing my energy was actually the first time that I actually started seeing flaws in my person, right? Because when I was in addictive energy, my person was so godlike, so Herculean to my mind. And then I started balancing, and it was almost like I could see the flaws, or mind could see the flaws for what they are. Like I didn't judge it, and it's not good or bad. I just see he's not perfect. He's very, very human. And he has a lot of humaning moments where he gets angry at himself, or he, things he does, and it's just like, huh. And I could sit back, and instead of being that energy of idolizing him, I take a step back and I'm just like, okay, I see him for his humanness instead of his Herculean godlikeness. And it's almost like this shift of energy into a place of neutrality with them. And it's a really cool state, because you can now keep moving towards that direction of meh more and more and more. And it's not a bad thing, right? The mind thinks it's sort of like this bad thing. It's not. It's a place of I have no preference, which is soul. Soul is watching. Soul doesn't care either way, like you said, Joanne. So it's really cool state to be in.
It is. It's cool. I know it almost seems like inhumane to like not have a preference, right? Like, how can I not have a preference over one thing over another? But really, as I'm walking and I'm seeing everything around me, as I see the trees and the skies and the ants and the dirt and in everything around me, the good and the bad and the ugly, it just is. I don't have a preference over one or the other. It just is. I'm not judging it. It just is. Everything just is. And when we have a preference, when we have an expectation, when we have a judgment, especially with our people, we're back in mind. And so when we can get to a place of neutrality where it just is, they send you a beautiful text and they've expressed their love, it just is. They ignore you and they haven't contacted you, it just is. They're calling you, it just is. You can pick up the call, you can pick up the text and look at it in the place of being as opposed to reacting. You get to respond to the text instead of reacting and rushing and right. It's very like urgent versus when you're in this place of neutrality, you can look at a text and be like, you know, I'll respond to that when I want to. I have so many unread messages I've kept my person on in my messenger. I feel horrible, but I don't know how many videos he wants me to watch, but I choose. I'm like, you know, he'll try to catch me up on the news. He'll try to catch me up with this like TikTok video. And he'll even ask, have you seen it yet? And I'm purposely be like, no, I haven't seen it yet. I'll watch it when I'm ready. And sometimes he'll even say, stop what you're doing. Come watch this. And I'm like, no, I'll watch it when I'm ready. And he gets really like,
my person does too, the same thing, sends me 20 messages. It's cool because he's keeping me up to date, and I'm like,
he is.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I like being so much. I'll tell you when I'm ready for mine stuff, right? That's really what we're telling our people. I'll tell you when I'm ready to get out of mine so and cool, like Joanne, take in some of
Joanne,
this.
Remember the days back way back when, where we would have dropped everything to read that message and to respond and to
come up with a story about it.
Yeah, and that's why we can get 20 messages in a row without us responding.
Unread. Because, I literally could go into my messenger account and there's like probably 10 messages in there. Look at this. What about this? What about this? And you know what the old me would do? I'd go in there and I'd be like, oh, and I'd have like this like profound long ass statement, send it to him and no response, nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
The energy I used to
wonder why are all his messages like 2-3 words, one minor whole novels every time back and forth. And now the dynamic has totally shifted. Not that he writes me long novels, but that I'm the one getting all the messages.
You are.
It's cool.
It's shifting back to you because you've now focused on you. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.